Hey there, Vicky here, the words lady, and I want to talk to you today about the number one reason that authors fail, and it's probably not what you think. You might be thinking that it's some technical thing, or that they're not really great at marketing, or that their storyline isn't very wonderful, or their structure, or the topic, or whatever. Here's the thing, you definitely need to have a meaningful book that's put together right. And the thing as well is that those structures are easily taught, and contrary to popular belief, you don't have to be some amazing English grammarian and wordsmith. You don't have to be an English scholar. You just have to be conversational. The thing that actually keeps people from being successful author entrepreneurs is that they give up on themselves, and they give up on the dream, and they ignore their calling to write this book. They don't fail because they can't write. They don't fail because it takes too long. They don't fail because they don't know what to say. It fails because they gave up. And I love so much talking about the story of Walt Disney. Did you know that Walt Disney was told, like, he got fired from, it wasn't his first job, but he was in newspapers and he was a cartoonist and he loved drawing and things like that. But he was fired from his newspaper job because they said he lacked imagination. Hmm. How many of you have been told that what you want or your idea is crazy, isn't going to work, lacks imagination? Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And sometimes these come from people who are totally loving, usually in your corner type of people, but their own fears are coming up. That's what's happening. Is it's kind of like, I said this to somebody the other day. As a mom, when you have a new infant and the baby's starting to crawl, right? And I remember this with my kids. You all of a sudden can spy everything that's like a danger, 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 right? Oh, that plug, oh, that cord, oh, that this, oh, that, right? And you want to protect them, and you want to make sure that they're safe, right? So sometimes people who are in your circle of loving people who you believe truly care about you are worried that you're going to stick your finger in the light socket or the electrical socket when you talk to them about your book, your business, your ideas, your crazy things. When in fact, it's not an electrical socket moment. You get what I'm saying? There's no danger, but they're trying to protect you, right? Now, I know when Disney got fired, I don't think that they were trying to protect him. They just said, hey, you lack imagination, which we all think, how could that possibly be? He was so imaginative, right? I love, love, love his story so much because it is about failure after failure after failure. Swamplands, people who thought he was crazy. He was a visionary, which, a lot of people think visionaries are crazy. He was persistent after his failures. He just kept going. Like, to him, failure was a part of life because it had happened so often that he was just like, okay, it's just a bump in the road. Let's just keep going. He sold drawings when he was 7 years old to help out the family. I don't remember how many kids he had. If you know, drop it in the comments. Not kids he had, but kids in his family that he was a part of. He was inattentive at school. And he eventually became this animated storyteller at school. He would draw on the chalkboards and tell kids stories, and they would be entertained by this, right? And can you imagine now a world without Disney? It's kind of crazy to think about what would have happened if he never existed, if he never fulfilled it, never did the things, because he did animation first. His very first animation was not Steamboat Willie. It was something else. I don't remember what it was, but it was something else that flopped. And then he did Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and all of those things. And we know so much about like Disney World theme parks and all the other things. Like, I had mistakenly thought that he had put that out sooner than he did in his life. He was 50 by the time that happened. But let me ask you this. Imagining that world without Disney is kind of kooky and crazy, right? What if the stuff that you have going on, or the ideas that you have for your business, or this book that you want to do, what if that happened to be something similar? You never know, right? You never ever know. Napoleon Hill didn't know Think and Grow Rich was going to be such a big deal, right? He was just doing a project. What if it was like that and you gave up before you even started because of all this chatter in your head saying, who am I to think I can do that? I need to be more, do more, be more famous, have more followers, Let me finish this first. Let me wait until the kids are out of school, out of college. Let me wait until I lose 10 pounds so that I can be seen in public. Let me wait until I grow 2 more inches. Like, I really would like 2 more inches. And I would love to have those muscular abs. But if we wait for all those things, time passes. And then you don't get that chance back all the time. And if you have a calling to write your book, I'm telling you right now that this calling is not going to go away. The calling is going to pull you and pull you and pull you. And never once in the 100 people that I have helped write their story, get their stories out, help them with best-selling books, not one time has somebody said to me, you know what? I wish I would have just put this off another year. I could have done this maybe 5 years from now. Nobody's ever said that. Instead, it's always been, I had this book on my mind for 10 years. I had this book on my mind for 3 years. I wish I would have put it out sooner. I see the impact. I see what I get to do with it. I see how I get to use it. I see how my credibility is raised. There's those practical things, but more so it's about impact, legacy, leaving something, right? Just like Disney left. He had 2 failed businesses by the time he was 22. He was over 50 by the time Disney World came out. At 27, he had another, I think he had another like Disney World, I don't know, Disney Studios, I don't know what it was called back then, where they were doing animated films, right? And I love, love, love quotes from Disney as well, right? This is what he said. My obstacles strengthened me. Oh, no. All my obstacles strengthened me. You may not realize it when it happens, but a kick in the teeth, that was a punch, a kick in the teeth may be the best thing in the world for you. Think about that. Sometimes when people are like, oh, there's this obstacle, this obstacle, this obstacle, this obstacle in the way. I don't have time. I don't have the resources. I've got business obligations. I got family obligations. I got right? Sometimes those things come up during this process of, should I do this? I really want to do this. This is important to me. In order for you to really declare your intentions, declare how much this means to you, and say, regardless of what gets in the way, I'm going to do this. Fail 50 times, fail 150 times, fail 5,000 times, whatever it is, this is going to be a reality. And that's what happens when people don't give up on their dreams. We never really fail in life. Think about that. We never really fail in life. We're always collecting data. We're always figuring out how to do something better. Thomas Edison, light bulb, I'm sure you've heard that story, the light bulb filament and how many times he tried. And there's all sorts of different numbers. I'm not sure we really know, but we know that it's a lot. But if he would have given up 3 filaments in, there'd be no light bulb, right? And that's how we need to be in business. This is how we need to be about books, so that we don't fall into that category of authors who fail because they gave up on themselves, right? Another really, really great Disney quote I want to leave you with. I'd love to hear your comments about what I've said today. This is what he says: all our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. So if your book is one of those dreams that you want to make into a reality, commit to not giving up on your dream. I think you should do that. I really do. Not just because of what I do, but because it's something that will fulfill you, that will fill you, that will help you create more impact, leave your legacy, create more freedom for yourself, and all of the other things that open up, right? So lastly, I'll just repeat it again, Disney. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them. Yeah? Let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear them. And I'll see you later. Bye.